All right, we got Rob here. We got ICU. A dingo ate my baby. What's up? All right, we got Rob here. We got ICU. A dingo ate my baby. What's up? Franco zoomed in. What's up, Shadow Band Refugee? All right, what's going on, everybody? Yeah, so there was a time limit. Each panel, like there was gonna be like 6 panels, right? In 5 hours, they had to cut everything to like 40 to 45 minutes. So I don't know how long they thought I was gonna keep going for. It was only gonna be like probably like a minute or two more of what was necessary, but I guess I can expand a little bit more on that. But I was about to get into some of the solutions that we can do. I got into my criticisms on independent media. You can watch my appearance on the US Summit for more details on that. Um, but I was talking about freedom cells, right? So I'm just going to talk about what I was going to say here for freedom cells. I was going to talk about Derek Bros has been promoting a concept called freedom cells. It's a network for people to get together with people near them who share common goals and interests and collectively work to accomplish their goals. Like people can learn how to grow their own foods, they can defend themselves, they can use more biodegradable products, they can learn CPR. They can list that as one of their skills, and then people in their community can learn from each other, learn from the people that know how to do CPR, learn how to use crypto or whatever skill it may be that will help people opt out of the corporate system. It makes you less reliant on the corporate system. The website is set up for people to enter their area, share their skills, and find people to connect with. Someone like, and even without freedom cells, like I'm seeing it happen with Discord. People are meeting each other and sharing information. But with freedom cells specifically, you list your skills and you're like, okay, I should learn this from from this person who's like within, I don't know, a 10-mile radius of me. Like we can expand something like that so that communities can help organize each other, have that support system so people can opt out of the system. As I mentioned, like direct, like on the ground protests are great, but we also need to opt out of the system because what good is it if we're at these protests and stuff and then we still continue to give money to these corporations? We got to opt out as much as we can. I was also going to say, how opting out of the system is so important considering what is happening and what the goal is of the Great Reset. If you don't know what the Great Reset is, I've had a video covering what the Great Reset was with Ali and Marcus. It's on Rockfin. I talked about the Great Reset a couple of times. I can link some sources on the Rockfin channel. Unfortunately, not here on YouTube because it's going to get suppressed or this video would probably get taken down. But on the Rockfin channel, on this video, I'll link a source for you guys to get more information about what that is if you don't know what the Great Reset is. If you're in the comment section or in the chat, you can let people know what it is. But pretty much the Great Reset is their goal. The goal of the Great Reset is to keep people from interacting in the real world and to expand 5G technology and make everything virtual and increase surveillance, all while they overexploit natural resources and use environmental issues as an excuse. But really, it's to save capitalism and saving the environment. They're diametrically opposed. Okay, because with capitalism, the goal is to keep growing, and you're going to need natural resources, right? You're going to overexploit those resources. I was also going to say that we need to learn from the Black Panther Party. They had homeschool programs. They had programs that teach self-defense. They had programs that help deliver food to people. They had mutual aid. We can teach our kids information that our public and private school systems don't teach us. Right? We know how much our school systems are designed to indoctrinate us, to brainwash us, to be obedient servants of this society, to be obedient servants of the corporations. These corporations lobby politicians to not change the school system. It's designed to keep people, indoctrinated so that we keep buying all these harmful food products that's going to eventually give us autoimmune diseases. Just look at the ingredients list to all these foods that you can get from Walmart, Giant, Publix. Look at the ingredients. All that stuff that's so unnecessary causes autoimmune diseases. We have to stop buying that. We have to teach our communities how harmful these products are. And it's not just food products, it's all their household products. Another thing I was going to say is that in this militarized police state, we need to learn to defend ourselves. And that's something the Black Panther Party helped to promote and teach. Once the Black Panther Party started arming themselves, that's when the police started messing with them even less. So then this triggered the state to implement laws to make it harder for people to arm themselves in communities. It also triggered Ronald Reagan in California as governor during the time to implement laws against open carry, such as the Mulford Act. This prevented the Black Panther Party from cop watching. The advantage that we have now, though, that the Black Panther Party of the 1970s didn't have in the 1980s, what they didn't have is they didn't have the internet. So with the internet, information travels faster. We can point out hypocrisy and how against the people our leaders are in government. We will point out how far the state will go to make any form of working outside the system impossible. When we try to opt out of the system, the state will try to do everything they can to make our tactics illegal. That's why collecting rainwater is illegal. I brought up the example of the Mulford Act. They're going to keep trying to do it. Can you imagine if they make growing your own food illegal? Don't feel discouraged. Like if we opt out and then they start making these things illegal, we have to keep organizing ourselves, right? And take form public events where we protest. We can protest so many different events together. Like we saw something similar with the Fuck Censorship protests and the Free Assange protests and the Force to Vote protests. Some of the same people were at these same events, and they were. It wasn't just in one location. It was in different locations across the country. If we can expand that, eventually, we can get a general strike. We have all these different protests happening for different issues, like net neutrality, Black Lives Matter, anti-war protests. There's going to be people that meet each other there. They're going to learn from each other. People are going to learn how much in common they have from each other. And again, eventually, that will grow into a general strike. The key thing also is having some of these election integrity activists at those events to teach some of these people how electoral politics is not the way forward, because our election system is privately owned and designed to suppress any form of progressive candidate or party from succeeding. So that was pretty much what I was going to say. And it would have been interesting to see what Pasta and Kit and Daniel had to say about that. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. You can join my Discord. We can talk more there. We have a great community. It's growing. Online communities are growing, and big tech is going to see that as a threat, and they're going to do everything they can to try to suppress that. We see what they did to Parler. They could do the same thing to Odyssey and Rockfin, but we don't let that discourage you. That should make you feel the urgency to spread the word even more, even faster, to as many people as you can. All right, take care, everybody. I love you all. Don't forget to stay informed.